being single and a female in her 30s is getting harder and harder by the month. I say by the month because ovulation. I know I can't be the only one out here struggling. What is a girl who just wants to find her husband, but also doesn't want to go outside? What is she supposed to do? And if y'all say go outside, I'm gonna punch you through this phone because I just said I don't want to go outside. You see what I mean? Now I'm acting out of character. If you're my husband and you're watching this and you're not here right now to fix this and fix whatever else I may need fixed around the house, you're really getting on my nerves right now. You won't like me when I'm... Never mind. Let me get off this app. Bye, y'all.
You trying to find a man because you ovulating? Man, you ain't serious if that's the main reason you looking for a husband. And don't play like you some innocent little girl, all sweet and shy. We see through that, and it ain't working. Nah, this what y'all do when your prime days start slipping, when you know Tyrone ain't gonna take you serious, so now you out here trying to lock down a husband.
I am almost 30 years old and I've never had a boyfriend. That was a video I made back in March of this year. It's now it's October and I'm turned 30 and I've still never had a boyfriend. And here's how I'm feeling about that. Truthfully, it really only ever bothers me or actually makes me feel anxious at certain times, and it's usually when I'm already feeling anxious or lonely, which is most of the time late at night. But it is always constantly in the back of my mind of like, I don't think you're ever actually gonna find someone to be with. That's genuinely one of the things that plays in the back of my head. Like, oh, you're not good enough, you're never gonna find someone to be with. Like, I have never been able to shake that feeling. But then there's like another little angel on the other corner that's like, yeah, you will, and they'll be great. And I consider myself a relatively confident person in all aspects of my life except my romantic life. Because having a lack of male attention, as much as it does not matter to the value of who you are as a person, having a lack of it, like when I say I've never had male attention beyond someone wanting to sleep with me, I am 100% serious. I don't get hit on when I go out at bars.
But y'all the ones out here saying men stuck in a lonely men epidemic. And look, we know just because you say you ain't never had a boyfriend don't mean you ain't had a hoe phase. Marriage ain't been your priority back then. Now you all worried because you finally see your window starting to shrink.
So am I the only one who absolutely hates being single? Because I've been single for a year now and it sucks. Jessica, enjoy your time. Go out, have fun, enjoy your alone time, blah, blah, blah. There were people who were meant to be alone and there were people who weren't meant to be alone. I am the second type. This shit sucks. I just want to have someone to come home to hang out with, to talk to watch movies with. Like, I have my kids and they're amazing, but I want like another adult to talk to. And like, obviously I'm not gonna settle for just anybody. Like, I am very picky because I have kids. I'm not for the streets. I'm wife material. I'm not. This isn't fun. I don't like it. I mean, maybe it's my age. I am 28, so maybe that's why I'm so like. And since I was married for 10 years, like I was already in that mindset of just being settled down and just being a wife. Like I'm not a girlfriend. What the heck? I don't want to be a girlfriend. But listen to your parents. Don't get married young.
Ain't nobody sitting around dreaming about marrying a single mom. And you said you real picky, so that might explain why you still single. Also, quit all that foolishness, acting like being married in your prime is some kind of bad thing. Looking at the way you move, I wouldn't even be surprised if you was the one who called it quits on the marriage just so you could run the streets.
Listen, I know some of y'all fought really hard for equal rights. Well, not you guys, because, you know, we've had equal rights our whole lives. I don't really know what you guys are fighting for now. To be quite honest, I don't think you do either. But whatever. Where do I give mine back at? Where do I give mine back at? I want to know. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't. Do I like having my own money? Absolutely, I do. But do you know what? It doesn't really affect me in any way other than the fact that now I have to pay for my own shit, and it sucks. Whenever I wanted to go get my nails done, before I had a job, you know who paid for it? My husband did. Do you know who pays for it now? Me, because he says you have your own money. I don't want to do this anymore. Like, honestly, if you guys wouldn't have made such a fuss over it, I could be at home like the 50s, making my first cocktail of the day and popping Quaaludes. What is wrong with you fools? Don't you know that your actions affect other people? You don't speak for me. You don't speak for me. I'm perfectly happy sitting at home. Meanwhile, you guys are on your deathbed soaking up all the Social Security that we're paying into and never going to see a penny of. Hope you're happy. Hope you're happy, Grandma. Hope you're happy. You burned your bra for nothing. Because I'm wearing one, walking into the office today, madder than I love you. Not you. If you fought for this crap, have the day you just...
Why women always fighting for rights and privileges y'all ain't even gonna use once y'all get them? You came into the workforce to make money like a man, but for some reason, you still looking to your man to pay for little stuff, even though you got more than enough bread to handle it yourself. That's straight up greed. Use your own money.
You guys, I just can't find a single man that I like. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just keep going on these dates and I find myself getting bored. I'm bored on these dates. It's draining. I feel like I have to make the conversation. I have to like really make things flow. They're not flowing naturally. And then dating gets draining and then it's just a circle. It's a circle. You know what I mean? Where like, I just don't know. I think it's the apps, because here's the other thing. People are like, oh my God, you go on so many dates. They're app dates. They don't count. Because in real life, if you're meeting people and then you're saying yes to dates, you already have an idea because you've met them in person if you're interested or not. So already you're light years ahead, okay, of somebody going on a dating app date where you're judging it off of what, photos and a few prompts and maybe a little conversation via text. Like, no, it doesn't count. So now in this day and age when you're like, oh my God, why are all these people going on all these dating app dates? Because we don't know these people. They're strangers. They're strangers. This isn't like a date that a guy asked me on that I knew in real life and like already had a little bit of a crush on. Okay, that's why people have more luck when they actually date in real life. The problem is everyone's antisocial these days. No one's meeting in person. So if no one's meeting in person, everyone's meeting online. We're all just going on 1,000 dates and not meeting a single person we like. Or at least I'm not meeting a single person I like. And maybe, you know, you could be like, Renee, you're the problem. Maybe I am. Maybe I am, but I still want to date a man I like.
You say dudes boring, but that's because men know they worth now. The reason men ain't starting no convo, clinging to you, or simping out, because men see through you, clear as glass. Men can peep real quick if you worth their time and energy or not. And honestly, that's a beautiful thing to witness.
So this is the dating pool y'all was telling me about, right? The one where I wasn't missing out on anything. The one that's shit, full of piss. I see that now. Noted. Understood.
Yeah, this the dating pool, full of Tyrones out here running through women like it's a damn sport. And he ain't taking none of them serious. The real men, we don't dip from this pool, cause most women ain't wife material no more. Too masculine, too much drama, full of that feminist mindset. We out. Y'all enjoy the mess y'all made.
Let me just take a hot 2 minutes here to rant, okay? Because after my breakup with my long-term ex, who I thought I would get married to, and we obviously didn't, we ended things, I've been trying to date again. And I had a literal mentee B today because dating is so fucking hard. I am not made for the streets. I fucking hate it here. Like, men in their 30s are acting a fool. And it should be the first red flag is, why are you in your 30s and unmarried? I probably should have always prefaced by asking them that, because do they know they have 30 minutes? Like me, I'm gonna be 29 this year. That's fine, I got time. But like a man who's 33 years old, you don't have time, sir. And acting a fool. And like, someone just needs to make it make sense to me, because it doesn't make sense to me. And I'm literally not made for the streets.
When you say we ended things, you mean you ended things with your ex. You ran back to the streets thinking you finna have a good time, but that shit didn't go how you thought. And look, a man at 33 just entered his prime. Unlike women, time works in a man's favor. That's why they say men age like fine wine. Women hit their prime early. Men hit theirs later. You ain't men, so stop trying to compare yourselves to us.
You know things are bad when you are no longer physically able to picture yourself being in a relationship or being in love at some point in the future. I remember I used to get so giddy and excited every single time I thought about my future and what that would look like with a partner. Like, I would always conjure up these made up scenarios of myself and some mystery man of how we met or conversations we'd have or what our life would look like together. And I realized recently that I'm no longer able to do that. Like, when I think about my future, I no longer see a man in it. And it makes me sad because, again, like I mentioned, it used to make me really excited about the possibility of like, ooh, who is this person gonna be? But now I'm in this place of like, I just don't think it's gonna happen. I would love for it to happen, and I'm very open to it happening, but in this current phase of my life, at least where I'm currently at right now, it just does not seem like that's a possibility.
Yo, lower your standards. Stop wishing on some perfect dude that ain't real. You probably got some good men sitting there in the friend zone, and still you out here complaining online about finding a man. Bet it's cause the ones you trying to get, they ain't trying to get you back. Till you get real with your own worth and know what kind of man you qualify to be with, you just gonna keep waiting and searching.
I need a boyfriend because I feel like I'm the odd one out when I see all these couples doing things together. This is going to make me sound really stupid and needy, but I have been visualising in my head about having a boyfriend and whether we'd get married or not, and what sort of house we'd live in since I was a child. And also, I'd be visualise us cuddling in bed at night and falling asleep in his arms and just feeling safe, because safe is something I've never felt, even when being at home with family, and just having someone that will always be there for me and have my back. And even though I'm the age I am at now, I still visualize these things all the time, and I go to sleep cuddling myself, but it's not really the same. So I need a boy.
Keeping to yourself and just visualizing ain't gonna do nothing for you. You better put in that work on yourself and understand what a man really wants from a woman, which honestly ain't much, and then work on that. You've been all up and visualizing and manifesting in your prime instead of actually doing something and being an asset to a man.
It is what it is. It is what it is.